Big things are brewing in Big Rapids. The Ferris State Bulldog hockey team today went where no Bulldog team has ever gone before. Ferris State is the #1 ranked college hockey team in the United States, according to 3 different hockey polls. The previous high ranking for the program was #4 in 2003. But after sweeping Notre Dame this weekend, they're #1. And I spoke a short while ago with Ferris radio and TV play-by-play man Dom Hennig.
The feeling on campus is unbelievable, and it's like nothing I've experienced in my 3 years here announcing for Ferris State hockey. Just today during class, we found out that John Butchiegrass, one of the ESPN Sports Center's announcers, was talking about Ferris State hockey and mentioned how we're the #1 team in the country, and Sports Center's seen globally. And just like that, you see on Twitter and Facebook, it just blew up through campus. You hear teachers walking into class mentioning it who's never talked about hockey ever, talking about how our team's first in the country. Honestly, looking at the ticket sales, I think we only have about 50 more student section tickets left before we announce our another sellout for Ferris State. There's been 3 consecutive sellouts in a row now in Big Rapids, so fan support is incredible, and it's like it's never been before.
Yeah, congratulations, Bulldogs. They host Bowling Green on Friday and Saturday. The top 5 teams in the country, according to our partner USA Today and College Hockey Magazine. Ferris State on top for the first time ever, followed by traditional powers Boston University, defending national champ Minnesota Duluth, Boston College, and the Michigan Wolverines.
Yes, we will. Another fresh hour of SportsCenter on the way. John Butchiegrass, Chris McKendry. What should the Magic do with an unhappy Dwight Howard? NBA expert has a deal that may work for both teams, although very surprising to me in this deal.
New college hockey team #1 Ferris State had to get that in. Meanwhile, Bobby Valentine takes the reign of the...
Fresh off a sweep of Notre Dame, the Ferris State hockey team has jumped to the head of the college hockey rankings as the country's new #1 team. Well, Ferris State's dominant 2-game sweep over Notre Dame that saw the Bulldogs outscore the Irish 8-1 has pole vaulted them to the top of the college hockey rankings for the first time in school history. FSU's previous best ranking was 4th at the end of the 2002-2003 season. Now, the Dogs still have yet to lose since the calendar turned to 2012, having gone 9-0-3 in their last 12 games. While FSU is flattered by the #1 ranking, they're also trying to just take it in stride.
It's something we've never accomplished before. Certainly, we don't want to get overly excited about it. It's a snapshot in time of how we've done to date, but the reality of the situation is we understand that we've got a ways to go. But, you know, I think for a couple days here before we get too close to the weekend's games, we can enjoy and be a bit excited.
Well, Ferris State taking 27 out of 50 possible first-place votes, jumping from 6th up to 1st. The only other CCHA team in the top 5, Michigan Wolverines, ranked 5th. Notre Dame now 13th. Michigan State, Ohio State, Western, Miami Northern fill out spots 16 through 20.
Plus, the best college hockey team in the nation is here in West Michigan. We'll take you to Ferris State's practice coming up in sports.
They are the hottest team in the country, and for the first time in school history, the Ferris State hockey team is considered the absolute best. The new college hockey poll released today has Bob Daniels' Bulldogs ranked #1 in the nation. They're riding a 12-game unbeaten string. As a matter of fact, they have yet to lose a game this calendar year. A pair of wins over Notre Dame over the weekend puts them 5 points ahead of Western Michigan in the CCHA standings. Bulldogs have been one of the surprise stories in college hockey this season.
When the year started off, we felt probably more confident internally in our locker room than a lot of people outside the locker room. But even myself would be fibbing if I said I thought we'd be in first at this part of the season. You know, I think when the year started, we thought we were a top 4 team in the league and shoot for home ice in round 2. But it's exciting to find ourselves right now with an opportunity and a chance to win the league title.
And the Bulldogs have home games on Friday and Saturday against Bowling Green this weekend.
And the sweep over the Irish helped boost the Bulldogs in standings in 2 collegiate hockey polls. Ferris State now ranked #1 in the country. The Bulldogs haven't lost a game in 2012. In fact, they hold the nation's longest current unbeaten streak at 12 games.
It's something we've never accomplished before. Certainly, we don't want to get overly excited about it. It's a snapshot in time of how we've done to date, but the reality of the situation is we understand that we've got a ways to go.
In Caledonia, the Kraft Meadows.
Ferris State hockey heads into uncharted waters this week as the top-ranked team in the country and the Traverse City West boys. For the first time ever, Ferris State is the #1 ranked team in college hockey. After sweeping Notre Dame this past weekend, the Bulldogs jumped to the top spot in all 3 major polls. The highest they'd ever been before was 4th back in 2003. Now, the Bulldogs have the nation's longest winning streak at 12 games. They're 9-0-3 in the 2012 calendar year, and at 28-4 overall, they're the first team in the nation to reach 20 wins this season. With 4 regular season games left, the Bulldogs have a 5-point lead on top of the CCHA standings. Forward Kyle Bonas, though, says it's nice to be #1. There's still plenty more work to do this season.
You know, it hasn't really sunk in yet. You know, you see the rankings and you sit around kind of on Sundays sometimes when you feel like you might have a chance to be one, and then when it actually happens, it's kind of surreal. I mean, it's not our end goal, but it's certainly something that you strive for. You want to get the respect of the people you play against, the coaches that coach against you and whatnot. So it's exciting for us, but I know we got bigger goals ahead of us.
Ferris will take on Bowling Green Friday and Saturday this week in Big Rapids.
For more information, visit us online at ferrisstatebulldogs.com.
The crowd erupts, everybody on their feet. The Ferris State Bulldogs sweep the University of Notre Dame Fighting Irish and have not lost in 12 games and continue first place possession.
50 minutes north of Grand Rapids on 131 lies the #1 team in the country, the Ferris State Bulldogs. Come see college hockey at its best for only $12 a ticket this Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m. Visit ferrisstatebulldogs.com.